And look, at the end of the day, we saw it play out. Christmas Eve, Cowboys lose to the Dolphins. Christmas Day, Eagles beat the Giants. Now the Eagles have a one-game lead in the division. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter for the Cowboys. Cowboys still need the Eagles to lose one of these final 3 games. There's 2 left, Cardinals and Giants, specifically Giants, because those tiebreakers were not in Dallas's favor, even if they had won out and the Eagles had won out. They still need the Eagles to lose one. So
now
it's not over yet.
2.
Well, I think just one. Because if they would catch them, if the Cowboys catch them now, let's say the Eagles lose to the Giants week 18.
Right.
And the Cowboys catch them at 12-5. Cowboys are going to win the division because they have the better divisional record. Remember, all those other tiebreakers were premised on the Eagles beating the Giants twice.
Right. Yep.
And you when you lose out of the conference, that helps, even out some of the tiebreakers, especially the conference-based tiebreakers. So it really wasn't a fatal blow to the Cowboys. They still needed to see the Eagles lose. And for a little while yesterday, that game got very interesting when it was on the verge of blowout like we saw in the divisional round last year when the Giants went to Philly. The 2 guys run into each other, little Keystone Cops. Ball comes out. Giants recover. Tyrod Taylor's in for Tommy DeVito. R.I.P.I.P., the Tommy DeVito craze in New Jersey.
This is incredible. Yeah,
and
that's done. That's
before you know it, it's 20-18.
Yeah, it's 20-3, and you're going, well, this is over. Like, they're just going to stomp on the throat of the Giants here and dominate this football game. But the Eagles, a little bit like we talked about the Chiefs, they're one of these teams that kind of do dumb things throughout the year, too, to a degree. Right? Whether it's this right here and running into each other, Keystone Cops, or Jalen Hurts throwing a 78-yard pick 6 interception, those are things we didn't see last year. Or giving up, a 3-play, what was it? Or it was a 2-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. When you're feeling like, hey, we should close the game out here. That's where the Eagles are differently, too. There was some good from the Eagles yesterday, and you saw some moments of going, man, they look good. They look high-quality Eagles-like, but there still was some moments in there that would, if I'm an Eagles fan or just an evaluator, you sit there and go, let the bad taste in my mouth a little bit. I would like us to look a little bit more dominant against the Giants and this football team and where they are late in December. But either way, they got the win, and that's the most important thing, and hopefully they can turn this into some positive momentum.
And look, the bottom line is you want to be the team that is home in the wild card round. You don't have to go on the road. Cowboys going to likely be the team that goes to Tampa Bay the way it's playing out right now. Eagles will be at home, probably as the 2 seed, taking on the last team in, maybe the Seahawks. Wouldn't that be great to get a rematch of that Monday night game from last week? But yeah, the Eagles still feel like they're missing something. And it's not like they have a great opponent down the stretch to reestablish themselves with. They're going to have to do it in the wild card round, and then they're going to have to do it, divisional round. Whether it's the Cowboys coming to town, although it would be the Cowboys in San Francisco, they'd end up with. It just all depends on what happens with those 4-5 and 3-6 games. It could be Rams at 49ers, Cowboys at Eagles, frankly, in the divisional round.
Yeah.
Because the Rams right now are good enough to go to Detroit and win if the Rams are the 6th seed and the Lions are the 3 seed. So, but regardless, the opportunities for the Eagles to prove that they were the team we thought they were maybe on the verge of being, that comes divisional round.
Yeah.
And what will be waiting for them, most likely, unless what happens last night happens in the divisional round, what's waiting for them will be the 49ers.
Yeah, no, it's, again, still a good stepping stone. You're right. They can't control the schedule, so they're not going to get a win here down the stretch that's going to be able to make them puff out their chests and go, oh, we're back, and we're definitely one of the best teams in football. But hopefully you can kind of build on what you did yesterday. Again, there was some things, like you said, where it was a little like, some of the mistakes, and, of course, letting up the big touchdown throw like we talked about, and the running into each other and the pick 6 and all that. Yeah, mistakes. But, there was also some, hey, wait, that's dominant Eagle football type of stuff as well. And I think that's the thing they'll lean on. I mean, this one here, even though it's a pick six and you don't like to see it, right? These are one where you go, okay, it wasn't like it was a bad read or a stupid throw. Dallas Goedert slips as he's coming out. And I have a hard time thinking this will be an interception if he doesn't slip. I would think that either hits him and he catches it, or it just falls incomplete altogether. But bad luck, not being on your P's and Q's, that's kind of what the Eagles have been all year. But there was signs of life. I mean, Jalen Hurts did make a number of really big throws, certainly. They dominated the line of scrimmage and kind of ran the ball at will on the Giants at times during the football game. Those would be the positives, and hopefully they can fix some of that ugliness that they showed there, and they've showed every now and then here throughout the season.
2 seeds still in play for the Lions as well.
Yeah.
They've got the Cowboys on Saturday night. That may settle that. You would expect the Cowboys to win at home. They've won 15 in a row at home. They need this one. But the Lions still have a sliver of hope. If they could beat the Cowboys, if the Eagles lose one, I don't know where the tiebreakers currently are, if they both finish with the same record. But right now they're both 11-4, and the Lions have a shot at being the number 2 seed, not just winning the division, but getting a couple of home games potentially before they would have to go to San Francisco, or who knows? San Francisco loses, you're hosting the NFC Championship game in Detroit potentially. All right, let's go ahead. And is there anything else you want to talk about from that game? We still got, I'm looking at our target. We got a few more minutes. We're usually behind.
Yeah,
it's rare to be ahead.
No, I don't know if there's anything that's, groundbreaking when it comes to that. I can't say that there is. I do think with the Giants, like you said, I think the Tommy DeVito thing is probably over officially, right? It was nice while it lasted. He did do some good things, but I think, again, it was still such management of him that they were just like, wait, we can't manage and finagle plays here, and not against these good football teams. We got to be able to run an offense and have somebody execute the offense and, give us multiple answers per play, let alone we're just trying to find one play to create something to where we can make Tommy DeVito look good. That's kind of what they were stuck in. And I would think we see Tyrod Taylor here down the stretch. But, yeah, I mean, the Giants continue to fight. I respect that, certainly, and didn't give up yesterday. But, as we know, they're not in the same class as the Philadelphia Eagles as far as talent and what they got to offer as far as players on the field, play after play.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.